Alright, we back.
Testing.
Will we survive?
1, 2, 3.
We don't have a choice.
Oh, we don't have a choice. Why do you make it sound like that? Oh my gosh.
We don't have a choice. I said it. We don't have a choice.
She sound like they holding us hostage. You over here sound like you behind bars. Beyond scared straight.
I'm giving
Beyond scared straight.
free meat.
Beyond scared straight. My goodness. Like, geez, Lee, sound excited a little bit.
So I'm giving locked up. 60 days.
Oh my
60
gosh.
days in. Hello.
We are back with another episode of the podcast. This episode almost didn't happen, but it's okay. Because we here recording literally the night before this goes out.
Yeah, at 9 o'clock.
Yes.
PM.
It's literally 9 o'clock on the dot.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly 9 o'clock on the dot.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. We usually don't like do this. We usually try to record in the daytime. Or even if we do at night, we're usually done by 9.
Yeah,
So,
or even 8:30, the latest.
No. It'd be like 9.
Sometimes 8:30.
It depends
we ain't
on
never done nothing.
Yeah, it depends.
And we not
It depends
rushing.
on how much we actually got stuff done versus talking the whole time. So,
Which we're not good at. We're not good at just getting straight to what we need to do.
we're gonna have to do better with that though.
We do.
Because I feel like we just need to get straight to the business, get it done, get it knocked out, and then that way we can move on with other stuff we gotta do for the day.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like this takes 30 hours.
It don't.
It does not.
We make it take like thousands of hours, and it doesn't. It's like we get 2 episodes, possibly even 3 done in a day if we would stop talking.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're gonna have to. That's what we're gonna have to work on for this podcast. That's what we're gonna have to implement for the next year when we put in our new edition. It's gonna be to literally just get this podcast done on podcast days.
Yes.
And that's it.
New Year's resolution.
Don't do nothing else. Just get the podcast done.
But we'll figure it out. We'll navigate. You know, we new to this. We're gonna be true to it real soon. But we new to it.
We still new to it.
We still new to it.
It's okay. But other than that, we gonna try to hop right into this topic, y'all. So we won't be here all night long any longer than we already are. We still got some other podcast stuff that we need to do and work on. But so today's topic is supposed to be about cuffing season. Because I've kind of like been seeing a couple videos about it on TikTok lately. And I know in the past I used to really see stuff about it, and people would always be talking about it. I feel like it kind of died down a little bit now, because I think people are stuck on other stuff right now, like soft life, this luxury life, da 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 da. I feel like everybody boss
woman,
up,
independent,
do this, da 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 da, and dudes like hustle, get money, da da da. Like so, I feel like everybody kind of on something else right now, but I feel like it's still a thing. And then also, like, I didn't know and I probably don't know because I've never really I've never really been in a relationship like that to that extent where I've like been with somebody around Sweetest Day, but I think it was like Sweetest Day like 2 weeks ago or something. The men were online so mad.
Why?
Did you see that?
No.
It was like different dudes that were like, oh, every single time that Valentine's Day or something come around, women want to have this paid for, and they wouldn't pay for their nails, they wouldn't pay for their, and I get 1 day out the year. And it was like, I get 1 day out the year, and guess what? It's silence. It's straight silence. Ain't nobody call me. Everybody say they care about me. Everybody try to take me out, do this, da da da. It was like so many different dudes, and these weren't famous dudes. These were just like
regular
dudes that like were on their stories on IG that I kind of like follow. They were literally upset, or they were like, oh, I already know this year I ain't gonna get nothing for Sweetest Day. I already know. And I might as well skip all these next holidays because I already know I ain't gonna get nothing. Nobody care about me. Nobody care about me.
Not them being that hurt.
Yeah.
I will say this.
start a thing with Evelyn since she just pressed the button from now on.
I did not know.
So
I felt myself about to say it.
She says it so much. She just needs to have a button that says it for her with her voice on it. I did not know. I did not know. I did not.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not this, you know, and live under a rock, okay?
Oh my god.
I don't live in a rock. I live in the world. But, okay, what I was about to say was, I don't think other people, I don't think they follow Sweetie's Day that closely.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's kind of new. Like, it's not new.
Yeah.
But I feel like it is new.
Yeah.
And I feel, for me, the problem is, when I'm on social media, it's always a day for something.
Yes. For
like,
real.
I did not know Siblings Day existed until
day.
social media. I did not
Taco
know
Day.
Puppy Day existed.
Dog Day.
I did not know Third Toe Day existed. Like, it's a day for literally everything. So I think that's one of the issues. Because who about to keep up with that?
Yeah.
And I feel like there hasn't really been a push for Sweetie's Day like that.
Yeah.
So I feel like you can't really blame women for not really putting an emphasis on it. You know what I mean? Because I didn't know it existed. Well, I knew it existed, but I didn't know Sweetie's Day was coming up this month until I looked at my phone and my calendar, put something in my calendar, and when you click on the date, it tells you what that holiday is for that date. And I saw Sweetie's. I said, "Oh,
so
I didn't even know."
So they're trying to make it more serious now.
I didn't even know it existed.
Because now they're putting it on calendars.
And to be honest, I don't even think Sweetie's Day fell on the same day every year. I don't remember last year's Sweetie's Day being in October, unless I'm slow. Because, well, first of all, I ain't had nobody to get into last year.
Yeah.
But I don't think I remember Sweetie's Day being in October.
Yeah, I feel like, not Eddie breathing under the door again. Oh my gosh, not my dog breathing under the door.
Y'all, he is ready to bust the door down.
Oh my goodness. But no, like, for me, because I tried to look it up, because first of all, I'm trying to understand what the heck is Sweetest Day. Like, why is this so relevant? But when I looked it up, it said that it was more about caring just about anybody that you care about and showing kindness.
And I did see that too. It said,
so it wasn't like specifically for men. It was just like for anybody, the people that you care about.
I saw like friends, like close friends, like even
coworkers.
Yeah, I didn't see it was specifically for your boyfriend.
Yeah, so I feel like maybe men just need to take a stand and say like, this is the day for us, and then you want Valentine. But if that's the case, then it's like, do you want Valentine's Day to just be for women? Like, I do understand that some men say that the argument is that Valentine's Day has always been for women, and it hasn't been for them. That's how they feel, because they feel like it's always them, you know, usually like getting a bunch of gifts and like splurging, and you know, you'll see all the posts and it's like them getting a ton of stuff for the women, but like they don't get as much. And I do think that is kind of bogus, because I always felt like, you know, it's for both y'all to give something to each other. But maybe, you know, now they want to separate the days and make it like Valentine's Day is just to give to your woman, and then Sweetest Day is just to give to your man. But I feel like everybody would have to make that a little bit more clear, because it seems like everybody's still a little bit confused about that. Yeah, I definitely was confused, and I actually was just about to ask you that, like, what is your take on Valentine's Day? Like, would you expect the person you're with to put more emphasis on you, or would you make it equal? Me personally, I would make it equal. I feel like I've always seen Valentine's Day as the day for both, of both y'all to reciprocate, you know, and like show love to each other and like show care to each other, however y'all want to do that, whether that's gifts, you know, acts of service, you know, whatever, a trip, you know. I feel like that's up to that couple. I mean, I feel like it kind of depends, because you know, one Valentine's Day, that person may get you a whole vacation to Jamaica, and maybe the other partner didn't do that. Maybe they just like got you some flowers and was like, oh, I didn't know you was gonna get a whole vacation. So sometimes it will feel a little like lopsided, kind of like with Christmas, you don't know what that person's gonna get you until you get it. So it kind of be like, you know, kind of. But that's why I've also heard some people say that when they're in relationships, especially like dating, they'll put budgets and limits on holidays. So they'll say like, okay, we're only gonna spend $500 on each other for Christmas, so that way no one has to feel offended that like, oh, you got me a better gift than I got you, because no, the budget was $500. Everybody stayed within a $500 cap, so you can't say, oh, I spent more on you or I did more. No. So that I kind of like that idea, because then it's like nobody can be hurt, nobody can be offended, nobody can feel like, oh, you didn't do as much for me as I did for you, because no, like we both gonna stay within this budget, so nobody can feel bad like they did too much.
Yeah, and I actually think that's a really good idea, because that also may take guilt away from the person that actually really wants to, you know, show that person they appreciate them.
Yeah.
But say the person they're with may be at another level financially, so they have the opportunity to gift you with their vacation with that, you know what I'm saying, with certain things that you probably can't do. Yeah. So that limit probably, I think, would be a good idea to kind of eliminate that as well.
That's another thing to think about. Like when you're in a relationship with somebody, like you have to think about, are you in a relationship with somebody that's in your same tax bracket or somebody that's in a whole different, you know, like income space, because that'll determine what type of gifts you get, or like what type of, you know, things you receive around like those holidays. And you can't base it off of, oh, that person don't love me as much. Like, no, maybe their income is different. Maybe that's the reason.
Because I know me, I feel bogus if the person I'm with give me like this extravagant gift and I got them a card and a cup. Like,
it's like, what if they gave you like Louis Vuitton and you was like, I got you a cup and some cookies.
Some homemade cookies and fats.
Some homemade chocolate.
And some homemade body butter.
This is what I want to say. So, well, it was a couple things I want to get into. I kind of want to get more into what the internet defines as cuffing season. But before we get into the internet's definition of that, I was going to ask you, do you feel that when you are not even in a relationship, but when you're first trying to meet somebody, do you feel that it's relevant to tell the people around you about that person? Because I feel like this is always an argument. Some people are like, oh yeah, you definitely need to, you know, tell your family and friends. You definitely, like, yeah, they need to meet them, you know, because if they, you know, don't mesh well with my mom, or don't mesh well with this person, or don't mesh well with that person, the relationship gonna be over. And then there's other people that are like, no, that's not relevant, because I'm personally still trying to get to know them myself. So it's like, you don't need to interject in this, and I don't want their opinions, because this is just between me and them. So it's gonna make everything awkward if you meet them too soon. So I just like want to know, like, how you feel about that.
So I feel like it depends on the relationship, like how far it's gone, and like the type of conversations you've had on like how you want that relationship to progress.
So if it was a newer relationship, like you maybe been with this person for a month, are they like,
no?
And
I say no because, so I don't think I'm a toxic person. I think
I started off, I don't think I'm a toxic person.
I don't think I'm a toxic person, but I feel like it takes me a long time to get comfortable with a person. It takes me a really long time. So I may be talking to you, but that don't mean I'm gonna be with you. That don't mean that doesn't mean that I see myself with you.
With you for like a long
term, okay? And that other person, you know what I'm saying, may feel like, oh, you know, I'm getting to know her. But for me, it takes me a long time to get comfortable with someone. And now, say if it's by request. Say if you've been with somebody and they're like, oh, well, I haven't met your family yet. And, or say if they've already introduced you
to their family. At
that point, I may feel like obligated. Because I feel like once you meet someone's family, it's a certain comfort level that you have with each other. So I feel like that may make me more comfortable to introduce someone. But for me personally, a month, I feel like it's too soon. Because I feel like you're still getting to know a person. And we've talked about this in other episodes. Like, you both are sort of in a space where you may not truly be opening yourself up to that person.
Yeah.
Within that month. And we talked about how it takes 6 months for someone to really show who they really are.
Yeah.
And I truly believe that. So I wouldn't want to introduce somebody at month 1, and then 6 months come by, and you're a totally, completely different person, and now we not talking no more. Everybody want to know what happened. Everybody want to be in the business.
That's the worst, people in the business.
I do not have time for that.
And it was only like a month long. Like, please don't ask me about this person. They gone.
Yes.
Like, what is there more to discuss?
And I feel like, at least for me, I feel like certain parents put like certain pressure on relationships, certain emphasis on relationships.
Yeah.
And if I'm not ready for that, if I'm not at that level, I don't need that. You know what I'm saying? My parent to put that pressure on a relationship like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes you are just dating.
Yeah.
You may not even feel like you are ready to commit to that person yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You may just want to date this person, see where it goes. 3 months down the line, you may figure out, well, I don't really know if this is the direction I want to take it in. And then you may end up, some people like to date more than one person at one time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just feel like, for me, it will take me a minute. It really will.
Yeah, because I kind of feel the same way, especially on the part, because I saw this girl on TikTok, and she was explaining how she literally feels like she can't ever bring anyone around her mom, and she said now, like, she has to literally tell anybody she's talking to if they do meet her mom. Like, she said she has to apologize to them and, like, say, oh, I'm sorry about her ahead of time, because she said her mom will automatically just bring up to the dude, like, oh, do you want kids? Do you do this? Like, are you ready to get married? And, you know, she be like, that's weird. Like, don't be asking these dudes about this stuff on the first time meeting them. Like, why is that relevant? And I barely know them, so I don't even know if I want to marry them. And you going into detail, asking all this stuff about, so you trying to get married, so what are y'all gonna do? And she like, I don't even know what we gonna do. And you sitting there asking them what we gonna do, what he gonna do. Like, what? You just met him. Like, I just met him a little while ago. So she said it makes her kind of uncomfortable to, like, bring people around her mom. And I kind of understood that. And I feel like I kind of feel the same way. It's just like, it just be weird. Yeah. Like, to bring people that you barely even know yourself. Because it's like, I can't even explain this person to you. Yeah,
or like what our dynamic is.
Yeah, like, I can't give you an understanding. And, you know, parents, they be wanting to go in detail, and they be like, so where'd y'all meet? So what'd you do this? So what'd you do that?
What about long term marriage?
So what about that? So what about this? So what's gonna happen there? Did you think about so and so? What about your job? What about, it's like, I barely have a job together, and you're asking him if I don't have any, like, what?
Yeah.
Like, you can't just be going in on people like that. Like, you're grown. Like, you already, like,
established. Yes.
So you have a different mindset. Like, if I'm talking to people, and if I'm dating people in my age bracket, none of those people are going to be together.
No.
I promise you. None of those people are going to be together.
Because I'm not.
So, now, if I'm talking to people older, like 30 plus, like, okay, now you can ask these questions to these grown men that I bring around. But if I'm talking to people in my age bracket in their 20s, they're grown, but they not that grown. So, it's like, you know, and I feel like sometimes parents don't get that.
Yeah.
Like, they literally in the same bracket as me, which is, they don't have, like, what are you talking about? It's very rare that you're going to meet somebody that, oh, they got their house, they got their car, they got their job, they got their career already. Like, what? Before 30?
Yeah.
That's not as likely.
And I think, like, yeah, I was just about to say, and I think parents are kind of, like, not in tune with our generation, because it's very different. Yeah. Dating, even the way of living, is so different
it's like
than it is for them.
Y'all was getting married white picket fence at like age 18. Like,
no one's 23
doing that.
Already, like, a kid,
no
2
one's
kids.
doing that anymore. I'm so
we
sorry.
cannot relate to that.
I can't relate.
We cannot relate. So I feel like that pressure in itself makes it hard to, want to introduce someone, because you feel like, well, I don't have it together. They don't have it together. I can't present us together because that's going to be embarrassing. That's going to be an embarrassment.
We both embarrassing.
Yes, we both embarrassing. We both don't know what we're doing. We both just living paycheck to pay. You know what I'm saying? Like, that type of pressure is hard to introduce to family. Seriously.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. For me, it may take a long time to introduce a person, because I just feel like everything for me, I have to make sure things are checked off. Like, that's just how I feel.
Yeah.
Because just, at least for my family, like, I feel like certain things have to be perfect aligned up in a certain way for me to introduce the person.
Yeah.
Because if it's not, then it's gonna be seen as like, well, I don't know if this gonna work out.
Yes, they always go straight to, this not gonna work out, because they don't have no so and so, because they ain't got
they don't have no. They not making this much amount of money.
Job. Oh, they ain't got no job. They don't want to work for real. And it's
they don't have a house. They don't
have no car for real.
They don't have no car.
Oh, okay, you can't deal with them. He not together.
They don't have a safe. They don't have this and that.
He not together.
And it's like
his credit he not together.
And it's like I'm expecting certain things from a partner, but I'm not gonna go that deep because I know I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
So I can't. It'll be bogus for me to expect that from a certain person, especially in my same age range.
Like I said, maybe if you go above your age range.
Now, if you above me and you still don't have it together, that's a little different. Now, I can expect a parent to be like, so why are you dealing with this grown man?
Yeah.
And he don't.
If they like 30 plus, that's a different story.
Yes.
But if I'm talking to somebody in their 20s,
yeah,
I genuinely don't expect you to have a lot of stuff yet.
So it's a lot of pressure. And it's just certain expectations people uphold you to.
I feel like parents also forget that they built it from the ground up. Like, I think that they forget that. Like, when you were younger, did you have it together? They be acting like it magically came. Like, the money magically came. Like, let's not forget, you built your life from the ground up, too. But they be like, oh, you ain't got this? You ain't got that? First of all, it's not going to happen by magic because it didn't happen by magic for you.
Yes.
So what you want me to do?
And we have to struggle now. We really have to
What you want me to do? We in a pandemic, recession. Like, gas prices.
What number recession is this?
Gas prices.
This ain't number one. It's been a few.
Like, what?
It's been a few in our lifetime.
Come on now. Post-pandemic. We made it through a pandemic.
It was just COVID.
Still trying to get your life together after COVID.
What?
Come on. Still got student debt on my name. Still waiting for Biden and the federal government to figure it out. Like, come on now.
Did you get your email? I think I got my email.
Really?
Check your email.
I'll see.
Check your email.
I'll check after this. We'll be right back after this.
We'll be right back after these messages. Check your email.
Check your email. We'll be right back after this.
I think I got an email.
We'll be right back after these commercials.
So we got some business to take care of.
But no, like, for real, that's how life is right now. Because our parents didn't have student debt like that. They weren't going to college. You weren't in college?
No.
You don't have student debt.
It's a lot. And even the price of living wasn't this bad.
No, for real. Like,
food price wasn't this bad.
The grocery bill is insane. You go in Walmart, that thing $200-something for only a couple items, for 50 items. Like,
all I needed was some body wash, some toilet paper, some paper towels, and a gallon of milk. Why it gotta be $50? Why it gotta be $50?
Where do you do that?
Why you do that?
Where they do that at?
Why toilet tissue $30?
Where do they do that at? Like, come on now. They need to get it together.
And see, this is our struggle. This is our struggle in this generation. They so worried about us trying to make sure we find the right person. We just trying to make sure we able to use the bathroom and to use toilet tissue. Eat in the good kind. The good kind. Because I don't like the thin. I don't like that thin, papery kind.
She said, I'm trying to get some good cotton.
I'm trying to get cottonelle.
Not cottonelle.
That's all I'm trying to do.
She said cottonelle. You like Charlotte Ultra?
Yes.
Less is more.
Less is more.
Oh my god.
Them the only 3 I can use. Other than that, I can't do it.
Oh my god.
So that's what I'm worried about. They worried about something else.
She
that's
said,
what we worried about.
I'm worried about what's gonna get wiped. And how it's gonna get wiped.
That's what we worried about. For real.
Oh my god.
It's hard out here.
It's a struggle.
Blink 3 times if you need help.
Was you blinking?
Girl, blink.
Please. Was you blinking?
Please.
Need help? Was you blinking?
Did y'all blink with us?
Oh my gosh. They gonna be like, y'all need to record later now
Oh
because y'all crazy at night. No,
see,
for real.
it's given. It's night. It's past.
No, for real.
It's past settle down time.
It gets
we playing.
It gets crazy. We
playing.
play a lot. We play a lot at night.
We playing
a lot. That's how you know. That's why we couldn't even do a serious episode tonight because we was like, we gonna be playing.
Yes.
We was like, we gotta do an episode where we can play the whole episode.
Yes.
Because my brain is not in serious mode
Girl,
right now.
no.
I can't think seriously. I'm in play mode. But okay. I had to look up like what the internet be talking about this cuffing season.
Okay.
Because I know I've seen them talk about it, but I don't know it like the back of my hand. Like, I don't know it for real because I haven't really paid attention like that. Because I've never participated in this.
So I don't even know what this is.
So, I'm still trying to learn myself.
Now you can pull a me.
I don't know what this is. Okay.
I don't know what this is.
What? Like, I don't know what this is.
What?
I don't do this. I don't live this lifestyle.
What is that?
What is this lifestyle? Well, okay. So, apparently they be putting it into almost like NFL type, like NBA type stuff. So that's why they call it cuffing season, I guess. So it's like the first part is supposed to be scouting in August. And you scout. And when I'm telling you what the internet said. Listen, Evelyn.
When I tell you.
Evelyn, hold on. Hold on, I haven't got through the whole thing yet.
Alright.
Hold on, I haven't got through the whole thing yet. Because I remember them always talking about this in like high school. And I didn't understand it then. I still don't understand now. But I'm going to still read it. And then the drafting was supposed to be in September. So
we missed all of that.
So in September, you know, you were supposed to start, you know, really like getting your people together.
Love you, and we'll hear from y'all soon. Bye.
See you soon.